Well, hello, this is your host Eric, and you're most welcome back to From Depth. We're here for another unofficial Gimle battle. Here we have a unofficial that is a late submitted contestant. This is the BB Magna Alba from Subversion. It looks very fun. Okay, we have beautiful little shark teeth here using not decos but actual blocks here. That's cool. That's some neat propeller pods I recognize. Is it the one that the Gimle class uses? I think it is, probably. Anyways, let's look at this here. Okay. Oh, I love this small shapes here. We have a slightly asymmetrical design. We got some vertical launch missile, laser designated frag missiles. And right. So we're gonna check this out a little bit here. What we got? We have a 500mm. We got a lot. Anti-concrete. Okay, so anti-stone. It's loaded with an anti-stone shell. Hollow point, solid warhead body, secondary heat. Yeah, I think this would work pretty well against the Gimle class, probably. Hollow point. Let's see if this is loaded with the same thing. This is armor piercing high explosive frag VT. What's VT? Underwater fin? I don't know. It's very stabilized, man. It should be pretty accurate, but it suffers some kinetic damage due to that. Oh, we got some. Is it that Lightning Hood's camo? Maybe it should be spawned in Lightning Hood colors. I don't know. Neat. Alright, we got some interior here. We got... So you can walk to the bridge. Beautiful wood color. Smart use of tetras here to fill in the interior with actual interiors. But not at the cost of lots of blocks. So then we can walk up here where we have some ammo stations. Can go out. And up to the bridge. Viewing deck, sorry. This is the bridge, right? Helm. Okay, I don't know my ship terms. What's the helm? Right. Battle station. Whoa. Ammo dump. No smoking. Oh, beautiful. And this is smoking deck? Perhaps, who knows? Very fun. Right, so up here we got that, and we got some detection here. Perhaps it's a bit low on detection, I don't know. We'll see. We got the cool little decal, little anchor chain there. Looking at the stats, we have 300 meters long, pretty long. Right, firepower. Mostly APS and some missiles. That is all 1000 firepower, 37% health, 37% armor cost, and we have just the allowed limit there. Let us do some back and front cutting here, see if we can. Yes, so here we can see the armor. We have that's a true air gap. Okay, that's gonna work against plasma. Not that the Gimle brings any plasma, but whatever. We have loads of backstacked era here. So we'll have penetration protection from AP shams. Then we have a sloped... Oh, that is offset tetras, right? So we have like... This is like the no, it's not actually. It is okay. We have a very sloped interior shape here. That's pretty cool. It's obviously a one-sider, just like the Gimle. We have a really weak side here. Reminds me a lot of the Gimle's armor. We do have a similar engine configuration here too. Alright, and we have interior armor with wood and stuff like that. Detonation shields. I dare say it feels like it has been inspired a little bit by the Gimle class or similar vessels. The mounts for the turrets seem to be a little bit on the weaker side. We seem to have EMP susceptibility down here. I do fear that the Gimle's EMP weaponry will take out the computer, but I also don't know. Perhaps the turret actually has, perhaps it actually has additional weapon controllers. Yes, it does. Okay. Well, it's not properly EMP protected though. From above you can see that the ammo intake does touch it, so it can still be EMP killed if the turret gets hit, but only if the turret gets hit. So it's, should we say, semi-protected? Well, that's cool. Let's pitch it against the Gimle Mk3 Beta. As of this recording, we are still not really done with the tinkerings of the Gimle. So yeah, it's the Mk3 Beta. Let's get into battle. I don't know, it had a camo, so we're gonna do Lightning Hood's armor. Or coloring theme, I mean. Here we can see them from above. The Gimle class is a tad bit fatter. She is a very large girl. Alright, let us start the battle. See how Subversion's BB Magna Alba class. What does that mean? Magna is large. Alba, I don't remember. Is it like bright or something? No. Well, I'm sure the Latin nerd in the comment field will correct me. Or perhaps Subversion themselves are Macros and GMODISM. Look at that. Whoa. Look at that. It kind of bobs up and down like this. This is kind of what we did for the Gimle class Mark III. It doesn't bob up and down this much, but it kind of does it a little bit. That's so funny. So it kind of jumps out of potential crams, right? Oh, and here we have a cute little periscope laser designator. That's nice. We got some of the turrets as well. Magna Alba class is definitely in the lead here health-wise. It seems to perhaps not use... It seems to perhaps not use active defenses. I haven't seen any of the shells be taken out, but you can clearly see that they rarely hit. And if we look at the Gimle class here, oh bam, you can see we are drilling some big holes into the side here. Wow, we already lost a big turret here, look at that. Despite we having a very good fixation of the turret, it wasn't the fixation, it was the turret block itself that died this time. I wanna follow the Arquebalista Invictus, sorry Netrameira, the Arquebalista Indomitus, I mean, they are upgraded by Netrameira and they are much better now. Did that totally overpanned. Did it shoot through anything important? I don't think it did, right? Well. Back to full speed. Boom. You can see a lot of the battle actually takes place underwater here. Finally, the depth charge, depth offset Mortars are finally doing some work, which is nice. Magna Alba is at 91%. Well, it does the Gimle philosophy very well. It's a very thin little crust of a side here. Ooh. Bam. Stuff is getting shot off. These looks like scary crams, I think. Bam. 90% versus 83. Look at this little hollow point. Hollow point incendiary? Alright. Well, we got a mix of shells here. We got a couple of... Now we have the missiles coming in here too. I do think we should totally slow down the time a little bit here. I'm a little bit curious to see how the hollow point... Bam. How they like perform. Especially the secondary heats. This is one of them I want to follow. Okay. Come on. Why is it so hard to lock onto the right shell? What the hell? Okay, thank you. Bam. So here it hollow point damages. So it hits the surface like that. And then it does a little bit fragment. It's a little bit like Hesh, but a bit less directed. I'm not sure if it has any... Like, if it has any upside besides Hesh. Like, if it does anything better. Perhaps it can penetrate a little bit deeper. Well, evidently it's in the lead. The Gimle is at 80% and the Magna Alba is at 87. Okay, there we have another Arquebalista Indomitus. This is the pen variant. Oh, it's gonna miss. Sad. Well, that happens. They're no longer set to only target underwater. Honestly, it feels like the mortars are doing a lot of the work here for the Gimle side. The Magna Alba is still in the lead with over 5%, but it is closing in a little bit. It had more of a lead before. I think it really... Oh, we lost the turret there. We are now at the same health percentages. The Magna Alba and the Gimle class is toe-to-toe here. They are fighting by the same philosophy. Now, Gimle's bobbing up and down. I don't know if it really improves getting hit less often very much, because it doesn't really bob up very much, you know? It may be a useless feature. Right now, I think we have lost some engine power too, because I don't see... Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, it's just a bit slow. Well, she's a large girl, Gimle. She's a bit slow too. Here we have the missiles. Here we have the extremely selective lambs trying to decrease the damage of them a bit, but without success, I'm afraid. 77 versus 77. This is a very even battle. Whoops. Okay. I do think the Arquebalista Indomituses are... They didn't hit very often. Seems like the Vigoletta Marksman rail assisted is doing something though. The rail assisted new variant obviously deals a lot more damage. Now the altitude fused mortars are probably quite effective here, since the ones that land on the Magna Alba's weak side will really shred her from an unexpected angle. I mean, using the same weapon against the Gimle could be very effective too. Of course, it's very similar philosophies here, these two ships. Bam. The Gimle class has gained the lead. 76% versus 72%. The Gimle Mk3 beta is quite adapted to various battle circumstances. The cramshells does a lot less damage, while the arquebalistas, the Indomituses, they deal a lot more damage. They are more expensive too, as is the cram cannons, but the cram cannons, while dealing less damage, is doing more consistent damage. As you can see here, it now landed it perfectly, but it's a timed detonated fuse. It really depends a lot on detection, and the more the target moves and evades, the less it will hit, but it will usually deal some damage, which is the good thing, that the Mark III of the Gimle does have a chance of combating evasive things. %, and the Gimle is at 76 almost. Okay, it has 9% lead, quite exactly. So by this point, it really looks like the Gimle is gonna take home the first battle. Kind of unexpected, to be honest. Kinda unexpected. Because the Magna Alba, she did really good in the start of the battle. What do we have? The secondary? No, that didn't hit. The secondary heat was the one that hit. Okay, now we are very far away. Where are you shooting? Like, our cannons are being a little bit off here, my ladies and gentlemen. This is infuriating, is it not? Oh, look at that. VLM missiles are so reliable. They are so reliable. I wonder if our Seaweed's defenses are online at all. Yeah, okay, there they came. They should be able to keep out missiles when they are not overwhelming us. You can see this little... oh, this poor little Matrus has taken some damage, I believe. He's not very blue anymore. He's, maybe his uniform is just sooty of the smoke from the telum, the arrows. Omicron's straight launched variant. If you haven't seen them, let me show you the most optimal way of making interceptors. You can see that in a showcase if you are very interested. Gimle class Mark III, she is still at 74.6%. The Magna Alba, she's still damaging the Gimle, but alas, down to 61%. The Magna Alba is. I think she will go down the first tournament. Will be very surprised if anything else happens. We'll see though, because we are technically still doing damage. So in that meantime, we should say big thanks to the commissioned officers in the army of GMODISM and the imperial government, and of course the ecclesiarchy of GMODISM. As of this recording, you can see them on screen here: Chancellor Super Dave in the government, and our commissioned officers: Admiral Dragon, Commodores, the all-around gamer, Ben Wilkie, Delphin, Sven van der Velde, Ali, and our lieutenants: Antok, Kraby, Flores Dagon, Danny Saikin, Owen, Parbagreed, Vincent Veritas, Volkite, Rick Prell, and Scooby Rocks. And of course to all the cadets in the army as well. And Ecclesiarchy YouTube members. Maybe you're watching this video with your early access, who knows. First battle is over and Magna Alba is down. Let's go to the next battle. Alright, are we ready for round 2? Ready or not, let's go. First rounds coming in here to the Gimle class. It doesn't have any, like, it has a tiny bit of lamps in the front here. It doesn't really do much, honestly. Maybe I should remove it entirely. It's very limited, it's like 10 degrees. Maybe it should be tweaked a bit. I don't know. I think having the lamps very limited was slightly better than having no lamps, but also, I don't know. Now they're basically doing, like, it's so rare they actually come in to get something. It's such a small angle they are active in, so yeah. It's very specific stuff. But they do help. They actually do work from longer distance. You can see the lamps are working here to take out some of those missiles that are coming in, so that's useful. It can take out some stuff that is potentially very scary from a long range, because they're set to work in a small angle but at longer range than the DIFC was. So that's useful. The Rambot flag is messed up. Alright. Magna Alba takes the lead again, but the Gimle's laser paired up with the Vigoletta marksman rail assisted is coming on here, being assisted by the new Rommler turret. New Rommler turret isn't meant to work underwater. It apparently is. We are being very tilted, my ladies and gentlemen. It is not. This is not Gimle's preferred angle of operation. Not at all. Well, we'll see how this goes. '89 versus 90. The Magna Alba, she is still a little bit in the lead, but not by a lot. Not like last time. Let us check out the Arquebalista Indomitus. This went straight through, did it not? Oh, pause, thank you. Oh, we're so far away. I suppose, oh yeah, it's only air here, I think. I don't know if it was here where it went through or not, but whatever. Well. Here we had another one. They're a little bit hard to catch, honestly. Perhaps I should be using this mode, actually. A much better... Like, I forget my cinematic skills from time to time. I know how to make it. I know how to use the cameras. The new camera update is really good for recording full battles like this, because you can really pan the camera like this by locking onto the vehicle using the numpad lock-on system. More people who are recording battles should learn to use the numpad to lock on camera. Look at this. Very smooth, and you can just switch target like this. You can use your like WASD to move around like this very neatly. hone in on it like this. Beautiful. I think that is quite cinematic. The Gimle class and the Magna Alba is basically at the same health now. What has indeed happened? Look at that. Yes, indeed. Here we go. Cram shells dropping in here. Bam! Doing big booms. I love this little periscope laser designator. It's very cute. Seems to work pretty well too. Ooh, mortars are dropping into the core. Poor Magna Alba, but she's actually in the lead, so we should not say too much, you know? It's just that the last battle, the Gimle class did kind of turn it around like this, so it's easy to expect that will happen again. Thing is, it doesn't always. It doesn't always. Magna Alba is actually holding its lead here. I wanna stalk another arquebalista Indomitus. Or did I say them wrong? I always get insecure about the names. It never fires. Why does it never fire? Weird. The Gimle class may have issues. Weird. Do we have no power? That's possible. I'm almost thinking the AI could be damaged. Kind of, these are changing aim point too often. That kind of makes me guess it either has a damaged AI or it has issues locking on due to missing detection. Okay, let's check the AI here. Ooh. The AI seems to be pretty intact. Okay. Even the auxiliary AI compartment with the non-super important bits are there. I mean, we do have detection. Maybe we're low on trackers, but we still have some. Shouldn't really be an issue. Then it must be power. Low power reasons. Gimle is at 74% in any case, and Magna Alba is at 77, so it's kind of retaining its lead this time. Will it be up to a third battle, even? It is quite possible. Yeah, I think maybe it's low in laser rangefinders or something. These are a little bit off. We shall see indeed how the battle develops. Are we like in full speed even? Game speed is at basically full, yeah. We're not lagging, they're just struggling to output damage. Well, APS is being spammed for sure here. Oops. Will the Gimle Mk3 beta survive this or not? It's looking a bit bleak here, man. Look at those exposed parts. This is... Ooh, wow. Look at that. Now we are missing AI parts. I think the secondary computer is out. Wow. Wow, look at that. 69%. The Gimle has entered the funny number. And, ooh, it's not looking good. Magna Alba may indeed take home the second round. Isn't that quite crazy? Wow. Good job for the Magna Alba by Subversion. It's, yeah, beautiful. Battle is not won yet, but we shall see how it ends up. I do suspect it will win, but I don't know. I just suspected the Gimle class would win, so you never know. You never know. It's just that the AI area is so exposed. A stray hit to that general area with something serious will just win. Insta-win this tournament. This battle, I mean, it's not a tournament. This is an unofficial battle. If you skip the beginning, this is an unofficial battle. 71 versus 66. Gimle is fighting to its grave. It's fighting when it's sinking. It's a tough thing. It is very redundant. All of the weapons have a connection to a secondary AI. So if the main AI gets shot down, it has the ability to switch over to the secondary system in order to still deal damage. So that is a feature. These guys though, what are you doing? Why are you never shooting? Or if no one takes you seriously, you can step away. Anyways. It seems like the Vigoletta rail assisted is doing a lot of the heavy lifting, honestly. I don't know, we'll see. Let's zoom out to this little range position. Can we get a nice little sweep here? While I go and check, I'm gonna go to my guns. It's Arcubalista Indomitus. I think I said it right. You know, I think I said it right. I literally went to the folder and checked the name of the file, you know. Anyways. Ooh! It's suddenly very close again. 68 versus 60%. This is close. It is very close. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Ladies and gentlemen, Battleship Magna Alba class Mark II Vulcan by Subversion takes home the second battle, which means it's up to the third round to decide the final winner. Look how damaged that AI was, man. Wow. Okay. Third round. Here we are for the third and final battle, which will be the winner. All right. They are going in for broadsiding. They both have their right side as a preferred side. Gimle takes the lead for a few seconds, then it goes to the Magna Alba class. I suppose then it Yeah, okay. All right. Looking interesting here. Magna Alba is at 96% and the Gimle class is at 96 as well. Okay, it's very close. It is very close. We are getting a bit closer here this particular battle, which, oh, a lot of the missiles are indeed getting through the defenses here. The Gimle's COE system is really set up for shooting doom crams and really heavy stuff. Oh, 93%. We got a real drop there. Did we lose anything important? The mortars are really packing a lot of scary stuff here. Neat use of camera. Gimle class is at 93%, though, so it's only a 2% difference now. Very little difference indeed. All right. Okay. 91, 89. The Gimle is still in the lead though. It keeps its lead. Having a lot of fire over at the bridge areas here. With the ammo dumps. Non-smoking areas, if you remember. Here you can see where the cram really does suboptimal damage, but at least it does some damage instead of missing entirely. The bobbing up and down motion is really smart. The Magna Alba does it a lot better than the Gimle class. Excuse me. Because, well, maybe I didn't check the Magna Alba before I added that. Maybe I should have checked that for some inspiration, because I think it probably perhaps the Gimle class should have used some extra bit of like large rudders as hydrofoils or something to kinda do this little bit more extreme motion like the Magna Alba does. I'm sure it helps. But then all the guns need to be switched over to, like, if you're gonna go this deep into the water, you probably need to make sure all of the guns have super cavitation, which is not optimal for a cram setup. Cram is not really your underwater weapons. Man, the deck is really thin here. Now it's very hollow too, but still, when they drop through, they really drop through. 88 versus 80%. Yes, the Gimle really took on the lead here. 10% lead almost. Interesting. And here we have a sandblaster type. Super cav, fin, solid warhead, and sabo. Did it kill any block? It's the sandblaster type. Whoa! Magna Alba is below 50%. What happened? That went a lot quicker than I expected. We must have hit the AI, right? It was around here, I think. Well, hard to tell now. Yeah, look at that. No, we have one AI there. I can't for sure say what happened. I can't for sure say what happened there. Okay, very interesting. Well, results nonetheless. Well fought. Magna Alba class Battleship Mark II Vulcan by Subversion loses to the Gimle class Battleship Mark III Beta. Very cool to see. Big thanks for the submission there, our Matro Subversion. We will check out some other unofficial battles later on, but it was a close call. I really feel the Magna Alba class could have won, and perhaps it will win against the Gimle class Mark I. I don't know. Well, big thanks in any case for watching. I'll see you in future videos. This is your host Eric of the GMODISM Empire, and we're signing out.